So according to the countdown timer, we're going live in 8 minutes, 38 seconds. So according to the countdown timer, we're going live in 8 minutes, 38 seconds. So according to the countdown timer, we're going live in 8 minutes, 38 seconds. So according to the countdown timer, we're going live in 8 minutes, 38 seconds.
G'day everyone, welcome to the HVR Super Series. You've got me, Pete Sinclair, and
Alan Chapman.
Alan Chapman. And in the background, you will hear my son screaming and yelling. He's currently on Zwift, so he's either won a race or he just got his Tron bike. I need to find out. Did you get the Tron bike? He's currently on Zwift, so no, he must have music in. So I think he might have just got the Tron bike because I know that's what he's doing. So how you going there, Alan? Did you get the
Yeah, I'm
Tron
going
bike?
good, mate. Busy day with our live stream this
No, he
morning
must
for
have
the
music
race
in.
and
So
then
I think he
jumping
might
on.
have
And
just got the
I had a
Tron bike
race
because
myself
I
this
know that's what he's
afternoon on the
doing. So
Richmond
how
Road
you going
course.
there,
So
Alan? And how'd
yeah,
you go, mate?
I think I finished. It was graded on distance rather than on power.
Okay.
So yeah, 33k. I
And
think I
how'd you
finished
go, mate?
about eighth in Swiss Power.
Oh, good job, mate. Good job. Okay, well, look, let's get straight into it. This morning's race was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, we learned a bit. Apparently, I swore when I spilt my coffee everywhere, but it did go through all the electrics. I am really apologise for swearing. I will try not to do that again. I'll actually remember to put my coffee into a keep cup. So if I do spill it, it's only, well, it won't get spilled. But our A grade was an amazing race. We had a whole heap of B graders in there as well who were keeping up. So, oh, okay. Sorry, I just got interrupted because Aiden is telling me about what he just got. My family doesn't seem to remember that we're actually live at the moment, so this is all getting picked up. Did he just get some good wheels? Did he? Everybody can hear you. So everyone knows that Kim's just going to the toilet. So there you go. Hey, so let's get on to that A grade podium. What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, it was a very strong podium. I mean, Cole Morrison took it out. Reese Ashpole took a nice second, and you had Robbie Johnson, his first HVR race, coming in at a very respectable third place.
That guy has come a long way in the last 6 months. Must be his coach, you reckon?
Yeah, look, I reckon Heath Coach has done pretty well with him, but I
Yeah.
think there's some pretty good raw material there to work with.
Oh, I think definitely the guy's a machine. Now, what was interesting is that Dan Sullivan, who was our series leader, actually got DQ'd for not having a heart rate monitor. However, the guy hasn't had a heart rate monitor for the whole series, and it was the first time Swift Power actually disqualified him. So the guy got ripped off.
Well, I'm starting to think that maybe Dan Sullivan's new nickname could be the Tin Man, seeing as he has no heart rate.
Yeah. I think we probably need to be a bit more chilled about that. I was talking to Nick Haddon just before, and he reckons that given that we know these guys are, quality riders, that we maybe need to be a little bit more relaxed, and that's why we had, the preliminary results. And so, yeah, the preliminary results might be what we've seen on Swift Power. However, once we get the results through and we've had a look at them, and we go, yeah, okay, that person got DQ'd for this reason or whatever, that maybe we're a little bit more chilled. Hey, so I reckon before any further ado, we should actually get to the A grade podium for the Super Series. So this is the overall. This isn't from the race today. This is for the overall series. There are prizes on offer tonight. So here we've got A grade. I might let you announce the A grade if you want, mate. So in third place.
In third place is Chris Barndog Barnett.
Mate, congratulations, Chris. He's been riding real well. This guy is definitely an A grader. I think he's been on B on the road, but did he get bumped up to A grade on the road before we went into shutdown?
Yeah, look, I think he had. I'm not 100% sure. He's actually on live chat at the moment, laughing. So
He's laughing
maybe
at that picture.
he can fill us in whether he is actually a legitimate A grade rider
Yeah, no, I
in the
love
real
that. I
world.
love that Mo. That must have been for Mardi Gras, perhaps. I don't know, but he'll probably tell us on live chat. Okay, so in B grade, this guy looks like a supermodel. What's going on here?
In B grade, sorry.
Oh, did I say B grade? In A grade, in second place. I don't know why I said B, but I
Yeah,
meant to be
sorry.
second place. The silver medal.
Our second place podium for GC is Carl Morrison.
Mate, that guy looks like a supermodel.
Yeah, look, I'm thinking that might be his eHarmony profile photo.
Yeah, I reckon maybe. It's been a while since I've seen him. On the road, but can't remember him having the mo last time I saw him. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe wrong. So A, in A grade, in first place.
In first place, despite his disqualification this morning and his new nickname of the Tin Man, it is Dan Sullivan.
How good was that guy? He was just dominant the whole series, wasn't he?
Yeah, look, he was after round five, he was on 19 points, and Carl was sitting on 13. And even with Carl's victory today, Dan had an unassailable lead in the GC. So yeah, look, he's done awesomely over the six races.
He definitely has. I actually am giving him a call right now. Let's see if he answers the phone. And what is the secret password for $100,000? Hello, what is the password for $100,000?
What's the password?
Yeah, if you get the password, it unlocks $100,000 for you.
I'll just go with HVR.
Yeah, sorry, mate. It was HVR dot. You've missed out on the money. Hey, I've got Dan Sullivan here, the winner of the overall Super Series, the inaugural HVR Super Series. Dan, you were incredibly dominant. Tell me, is it the number of wheat bix you eat in the morning?
Oh, maybe for the first couple of rounds. The last couple I've been going, right in the end, and Kyle and Reese have been rolling over.
Yeah, Reese Ashball had a great race today. But look,
Yeah.
overall, we had Barn Dog Barnett, Kyle Morrison, and yourself in first place. That's for the
Yeah,
overall
that's right.
GC.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, that was really, really encouraging to see those guys around you while you're racing compared to normal bush racing where you don't really have a lot to steer you on when you want to just turn it off and blame the plug coming out or something else. So you see those guys' names and you want to chase it right to the end. So yeah, it was great.
Right, the million-dollar question is, given that you are our number one rider at the moment, will you be fronting up for the Gauntlet Series against Port Macquarie on Tuesday night?
Yeah, was that one the time trial?
No, no, Tuesday night is the race of
Oh, just the
HVR
race.
versus Port
Yeah, gotcha.
Macquarie.
Yep.
You're not
Yeah,
going
no,
to scripts,
I'll be
mate.
there.
You're not going to script.
I'm going to be doing something there, so yeah, I'll do that race instead of the time trial. That sounds fun.
Yeah, we've got the time trial on Thursday night because we're going to do
Yep.
the Gauntlet Series against Port Macquarie. I'll talk a little bit about later. Right, mate. Tell
Look forward to
me
it.
your one big tip for all fellow Zwifters there to be like Dan Sullivan in the next series.
Oh, we'll just try and get in the zone. Felt like I go better when I've got some good music in my ears instead of kids screaming and other stuff going on around me. So put
Mate,
music in your ears.
what's on your playlist?
What have I got? I've got some Jay-Z, Kanye, then I've got just some old Skrillex and Fundamentals, all
Mate,
sorts of stuff.
did you say Kanye?
Yeah.
That's like Kanye as in Kardashian Kanye.
Yeah, it's
I'm,
before it was Kardashian
I'm
Kanye.
really sorry, Dan. I've just lost all respect for you. I just can't believe you said that on live streaming. But that's okay, mate. You have got legs and you've got a bloody engine on you. Congratulations and well done, mate. I will catch you later. But are you
Yeah,
watching the
thanks, mate.
stream?
Cheers.
Are you watching the stream?
I was starting to watch it then, so I'll go
Okay.
back to it.
Will you get in, watch the stream because we're doing the prize draw in a little bit. So get on
Alright,
and
done.
watch, and feel free to sledge Alan Chapman while you are watching. Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Right.
Thanks
Take
for
care,
your
mate.
and Hato and the others for running it.
No
Good job.
problem. Thank you. Bye bye. How's
The good thing there is that now he'll start watching. He can see Chris Barnett suggested that maybe he could win a heart rate monitor as his prize.
Ooh. Well, maybe that could be a prize pledge for the next one. There's a bit of sledging going on already. That's a bit tough. That is. Okay, so let's move to B grade. Oh no, let's not move B grade. Let's actually have a look at the final standings. Has that come up on the screen there, mate?
Yeah, mate, that's up.
Yeah, so you can see that that Kyle we know that Dan that Zwift Power gave him a DQ, so you know we probably should have given him the win because we know what's going on. But we had to make it interesting at the end. Kyle Morrison got in there very, very close, but I think that Dan was unbeatable at all before this started. And you can see Reese Ashpole came from sitting. I think he had he was sitting like down in seventh place or something like that. He's come back up to come fourth, and that was a great race from him. But in third place, definitely well deserved, was Barn Dog Barnett. Other riders we've seen over there, Richard Bush gave a great account of himself. He struggled a little bit in the final race today. We noticed that. James Ogilvy is part of the AMP, the Australian Masters Pursuit team, along with Ben Nepple and Justin Millington. So good to see James come in and
Jonathan Millington.
what did I say? James. Justin. Oh, Jono, I'm so sorry, mate. That's terrible. I do know it was Jono Millington. So those three boys have come in. It's interesting to see Ogilvy came in, got 5 points, and thought this is probably too easy, and went and started racing the pros. Anyway, hey, let's go on to B grade.
Well, just before we move on, I just got a question that Ben Braun reckons that Kanye's got one of the best FTPs of all time.
It probably is. And Donald Trump, actually, I think Donald Trump's got a better one.
Anyway,
His is the best. His is got. Donald Trump's got the best FTP in the world. It is a beautiful FTP. So B grade. Wow, that was amazing. So what was the standings before the race this morning? Do you remember?
so the standings before the race this morning, Ben Braun was sitting in first place. Ben Peterson was sitting 1 point behind him. And yeah, those guys were far and away way out in front in the B grade race, but it was a 1 point difference in favour of Ben Braun before this morning's race.
Before the race, and so bottom line is whoever crossed the finish line, it could have been a draw. If there was a first second with Ben in place, it could have been a draw.
If Ben
I'm
Braun
sorry,
had
Ben
raced
Peterson.
Ben Flaherty this morning for one place, it would have been a tied podium
Oh,
for first place.
jeez. Okay, well, let's have a look at the overall standing. And in third place, in the.
In third place
Yep.
is the most powerful sprinter in Newcastle racing in Leon Slattery.
That's a big call.
He's got some power, that fella.
Nah, see, I think Jim Lewis probably has.
Yeah. Jim's up there, but
Jim,
yeah.
you reckon Leon would pip Jim? Do you reckon? Okay.
I reckon Leon, after a long race, I mean, Jim's good on the track, but has he got the endurance and then managed to still pull out the big numbers?
Yeah, well, that's true. That is true. Leon Slattery is great. I wonder if he's on the stream. Give us a shout out, and follow us and subscribe us on our YouTube channel. Apparently, once we hit 1,000, we can actually change our YouTube name and actually customize it. So that would be a great target for us with a small little tin show. Do you reckon we'll ever get 1,000 subscribers? I don't think so. So in second place in GC,
In second place,
bloody hell,
Ben
he
Braun.
freaking got pipped. He got pipped. I was gutted for him. Ben was doing so well. In fact, I did think that Ben might have been DQ'd on power numbers, but the two of them scraped through. But Ben, you probably already knew. Ben's a mathematician. He would have been doing the counting. So in first place, over to you, Alan Chapman.
In first place by 1 point, by the fact that he finished 2 places ahead of Ben Braun, is Ben Peterson for the overall win.
I know, and we profiled Ben Peterson, didn't we? Against Ben Braun, if I remember correctly. So Ben's got the chockies as the cover sports guy.
But I did pick Ben Peterson in the sprint.
and we profiled Ben Peterson.
And you got it wrong because Ben Flaherty won.
No, Leon won.
Oh, Leon won, did he? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, I've got the memory of a mouse. Okay, so that's B grade. Well, let's see what the final standings were. Yeah, you can see there 17 points for Ben Braun. Those 2 points took him to 19, but Ben Peterson with those 4 points in the race this morning definitely got in there. Now, interesting, Leon Slattery was only on 5 points this morning, and then after the race, he got another 5 points. He was on 10. So does that mean he's only raced 2 races, or did he really struggle?
Well, no, I think Slattery was only on 5 points on the live stream that he thinks he only raced 3 races.
And then after the race, he got another 5 points. He's on 10.
He's only raced 2 races.
So you got to be in it to win it. That's basically it.
Yep.
Yeah, so okay, so interesting. We saw that Murray Ormondy and Paul Drop also both had exceptional races as well and got a couple of wins there. So for them to get 5 points, but Ben Flaherty there again, that guy was amazing. A Chapman, I don't know that guy. That's just a Hubbard type name, but Haddo was down there. Haddo was struggling. He gave us a good feed, live feed this morning when we were broadcasting. But
I've got to say that live feed this morning. If Haddo's sitting there pumping out 300 watts and still talking composed, I reckon he's holding plenty back in second bed.
yeah, I think we need to watch him for the next one, or maybe he's just trying to make his athletes feel a little bit better about themselves, you know. And we've been giving him a hard time, saying that those who can't teach. But I actually think Haddo is a bloody strong rider and absolutely fantastic guy. You can give me that fiver later, big fella. So let's move to C grade now. In third place in C grade. Look at this guy. Now, we have to thank our graphics person, Laura Renshaw, for doing our podiums tonight. And she got a pearler of a photo here. Brett Lampkin, third place.
Busting out the gun show.
Mate, this guy is an entertainer. And look at those gloves. That is fantastic. Now, I hope Brett's live having a look, but I know he's probably putting his kids to bed and doing all that good father thing that he does. But well done, Brett. I think he struggled trying to find the events. I think he's still working out the Facebook thing.
Yeah, look, I think he's a bit of a show pony. He just turns up for the main ones and then pulls out some massive numbers and kills it like he did today. Very, very strong win today. He did
Yeah.
very well.
Very, very well. Now, in second place, oh my gosh, Laura Renshaw is currently, I think she's probably drinking beer or wine by this stage, and this was the matchup of the series, Laura versus Hayden Kirk.
Yeah, look, and I think the overall, there was some dispute about who was in the lead, but I think overall, I think it's 4-2 to Aiden. So
Yeah, Hayden. Yep, it's 4-2 to Hayden. Laura blew big time today. She put in a massive effort, but yeah, the chockies and the wine
yeah,
go to
uh,
Hayden Kirk.
Easter's not been good for Laura.
Oh, that's hold on. We're live. I can't even go back and unbuffer that out. You're dead, mate. You're in trouble. Okay, so who's this strapping looking gentleman here?
And look at that first place, Aaron Power, absolutely smashing it.
Absolutely smashed it. Aaron also was one of our guys who helped out with the prize pledge. So let's hope he doesn't end up, we don't draw out his name for the prize that he pledged. So, mate, well done to Aaron too. It's great to see him participating in the HVR Super Series. Okay, so look, C grade was, there's Laura. Oh, if she had got points today. Oh, see, Brett Lampkin's win definitely got him there, didn't it? To get him into third place. Laura was sitting there, and then we've got Adrian Trevor, Graham Walkerton, who's been racing alongside his partner as well. I see some photos there. Dion Reed, who actually started in D grade and was destroying everyone, and I'm not sure if he was actually DQ'd or he just went, now I need to be in C grade. But also Lisa Redmond, who was also started off in D grade as well and bumped up to C grade. Look, like I said before, we're all volunteers. We're trying to just make this fairly fluid. We're not going to be sitting there coming up with some formula about how to give points. If you move up a grade during it, your prize is that you're getting stronger as a rider, and that's fantastic.
Aaron's keen to know where Laura managed to drag that photo of him from.
Yeah, that is a photo from our days at Kooragang.
Yeah. It's I think it's in the HD
Yeah,
compound.
compound. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's move on to D grade. Now, D grade was not as hotly contested as A, B, or C, but nonetheless, we did have a couple of riders who were newer riders there. Like I said about Dion and Lisa, who moved up. But in third place, we have.
In third place is Beck Bryant.
And well done. I think Beck and Laura are friends. I think they know each other well. That does look like a photo on a mountain bike. Definitely not a roadie, so she must be one of Laura's one of friends. Those girls all go out mountain biking around there. So now, special mention for second place. I really hope she is watching. This kid is going great guns. She was racing on Friday night, yeah, and this is Caitlin Rose, who was in second place overall for D grade, and she was there and going up that hill. Now look at the size of her. She is a lightweight. She was going up that hill, that 2%, two was it 2K at 10%, and was going up quite easy. But that cadence, you remember we were looking at it, and the cadence dropped down to about 35 at one stage. She was
Yeah,
struggling.
she was grinding her way up that hill, but I think considering the level of racing and the amount of races or the amount of new people that have joined Zwift in the current situation, she would have done fantastically to end up second on that podium.
I think she has done a great job. So that leaves us for first place in D grade.
And first place was Dave Ralston.
And he was the only one racing this morning, wasn't he?
Yeah. So he was out there all on his own this morning. So took the full 5 points.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, Dave was already on 14 points before this morning's race. But yeah, that 5 points just cemented him.
So what do you reckon, mate? So if we can get somebody else to look after this stuff, I reckon I should enter D grade because I didn't do any races because I was doing this sort of stuff. Do you reckon I should go into D grade?
I reckon you'll be safe in D grade.
Yeah, they don't do an E grade. They don't do an E grade, do
There's
they?
no chance you're going to get DQ.
I was thinking about getting Aiden to ride for me. And I figured
Yeah.
that might be okay. Be a good hit out for him, saying he's 80, Well, actually, that's not. I'm not going to talk about how my weight is. Anyway.
Gotta say, there's not an 8 at the front of that number, mate.
Yeah, no, it's a 9. I know it's a 9 at the front. Hey, so let's just have a quick break before we do the prize draw, okay? So we're going to call it the Gauntlet Series. Now, the Gauntlet Series is basically HVR throwing the gauntlet down to any of the clubs out there who are doing who are Zwifting as a club. So we know that Tamworth want to race us. We know that Port Macquarie wanted to race us. Dulwich Hill, I think Manly are doing it. And so we have laid the gauntlet down. We've started the early smack talk, and we are going to have a race. It starts on Tuesday night. I've already dropped the hint that it will be Port Macquarie Cycle Club. But these are the rules. Now, the rules, and Haddo's going to give me a hard time. We might change this because we need Dan to get points, okay? But we
need Dan to get a heart rate monitor.
We need Dan to get a heart rate monitor. Can someone please pledge a heart rate monitor for Dan? So you must be in Zwift Power. If you're not in Zwift Power, then you will not get points. No matter if you come first, you must be in there. It's a mandatory thing, okay? We're going to be racing against people we don't know. It's a lot easier for us if we get up and we see HVR or PMCC or whoever we're racing. We need you to be in Zwift Power. We will help you out if there are any issues. Ask us about it. There is a couple little fiddly things, but this is a mandatory thing, and there will be no sway on this. Unfortunately, you need to wear a heart rate monitor, and that is one of the issues. Now, maybe we might be, I don't know, I've got Haddo screaming in my ear, but I really, figuratively, we might change that rule. We might do what we've been doing and have the provisional results, and then we'll make a call. We'll see how we go. Now, if you are DQ'd in Zwift Power, then you're not eligible for the series points, okay? Now, that's about people who might enter into D grade and are actually racing at a B grade level. So that will be one. But we are going to verify and confirm these rules before we start on the race on Tuesday night, so everybody is absolutely clear. Haddo will make the decision on that because he is the master.
He's currently having a chuckle on the live chat about your portrayal of his stance on the rules, as we call it.
See, the issue is that I don't want to use the word academic because I hate to associate myself with it. I'm a more anti-academic, but we need to have really clear rules. Otherwise, there's going to be all over the place. And we had a bit of trouble at the beginning where we were a little bit too rigid. We really want people to get in and join and have fun, okay? And that's really something that we have to be mindful of, and that's important. Now, that's the rules. Here's how scoring's going to work. So the first thing is points will be taken from the results posted in Zwift Power only. That's how we're doing it. It's not going to be on the HVR, sorry, the, what's that thing called? Zwift Companion or anything like that. It will be off Zwift Power. And that's going to help us because there are a lot of people that we won't know when we're racing other people, okay? So that's one of the first points about scoring. Each grade will be eligible for the same points. So it's not like A grade to get more points than a D grade. So a win is a win. So if you are the first out of the riders competing in the Gauntlet Challenge and you're first, you'll get 10 points. If you get second, you'll be 9 points. All the way down to if you come 10th out of the riders, you get 1 point. So for us as HVR riders, we need as many people participating because we want to get those points all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so we're also going to have bonus points for the riders who actually podium in the event. So obviously we piggyback onto other events because at the moment Zwift aren't putting up new events for people. So if you actually win the event, right? This is not the same as getting the 10 points for the Gauntlet Series. If you come first in that race, you will get 10 points for coming first, but you will get a bonus 5 points for your club. So obviously HVR, or if the person from Port Macquarie wins it, they will get that. So it'll be 15 points. And then we have 3 points if you come second overall and 1 point for third. Okay? Does that sound? Have I made that pretty clear, Alan?
Yeah, yeah. Look, that's as clear as mud. No, it's reasonably clear. So look, I think it is what it is. So we just need as many riders out there, and it's not just about beating our friends from up north. It's also about trying to get on those podiums for those bonus points, because I think in some of these races that's going to be critical.
Absolutely critical, and plus your Zwift Power ranking will go up as well, so that's pretty good. Okay, so as I said before, the Gauntlet Series 1.0 race one will be HVR versus Port Macquarie Cycle Club, and incidentally, that's actually their new kit.
It's a pretty smart looking kit.
Yeah, pretty smart, Real men wear pink. The ladies will love it as well. It's very, very nice.
Touch of EF education first.
There is. And guess who comes from Port Macquarie?
I did hear a rumour.
Lockie Morton is being, what's the right word? Being courted to actually join the race on Tuesday night. Now, I think that's a bit rough because, he's a bloody pro. But then I thought maybe we could try and get Sam Hill, Chris Ake, and we're going to have Dan Sullivan. So, by the time we get Ben Nepple, and I heard a rumour that a young 16-year-old might actually race this as well. And maybe it'd be great to have John Farley there as well. I haven't seen his name around. So that would be really good to see Jono there. So we are going to piggyback on the back of the 3R Spring Loaded Series. It is Tuesday, April 21st, 7:05. Please enter the right grade, okay? A grade, 4 to 5 watts a kilo. B, 3.2 to 4 watts a kilo. C, 2.5 to 3.2.
7:05. Please enter the right grade.
Oh, is there? Okay, let's go back and I'll have a look and see what's going. Maybe I have dropped out. I hope I don't have a family member that's sitting there. No, everything's saying to me, excellent connection. I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's.
Can you hear us talking?
I've turned the stream volume down so there's no echo.
But can you see that it moved onto the 3R Spring Loaded Series?
Yeah.
So that might be a problem at their local connection?
Possibly. I honestly don't know.
Okay, well I'm looking at the live stream in YouTube Studio, and I can see that it's currently on the 3R Spring Loaded Series.
So that might be a problem at their local connection now, so we're all good again.
Okay. That is very good. Okay, so wait a sec, let me get back to this presentation. Okay, so 2.5, 3.2 watts for C grade, and D grade, 0 watts, that's me, to 2.5 watts a kilogram. Oh, Jesus, that's going to be hard. Okay, so what will happen, we'll have that as the first race. Now, we're just checking out what the Sunday evening race is going to be, but it is going to be on Sunday evening. So make sure that you have Sunday evening as race night as well. gold. If please, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
tee it up now with the family. Let
Thank
them
you.
know Sunday night. It's going to be easy.
Definitely. Now we have to thank these people. Okay, so at the beginning of all of this, we we're not, there's no prize entry, sorry, entry fees for the races or anything like that. We thought we'd have a little bit of fun, and we asked people to go out and put a prize pledge up, and it's sitting up there at the top of the HVR Facebook page. And for us to be able to have a bit of fun with all this sort of stuff, that we thought maybe if we just pledge a prize. I'll talk a little bit about that in a sec, but I want to thank actually Daniel King. He's probably, is he out of hospital yet?
I'm not sure if he's out of
Okay.
hospital.
So,
Hopefully he is.
Dan, give us a hello on the live stream chat if you're there. Thanks to Paul Drop, Richard Bush. He put a couple of very nice presents in there. Barn Dog Barnett. Let's hope he doesn't draw the same prize he put out. Aaron Power as well. Thank you. Somebody anonymously donated a couple of things. Didn't want to be mentioned. That's real stellar. But thank you. You know who you are if you're watching. Some ragamuffin called Pete Sinclair donated. I think I had to get it all started, so I did it. Alan Chapman and Reese Ashpole, the man who constantly gets new PBs on heart rates. I think he's at over 180 beats per minute for the whole A grade race today. So for the prize draw, what we're going to do, and we might struggle here, but let's hope that we get this right, is that we are going to switch between what the prize will be, and Alan is actually going to draw the name out. So we're not going to go A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade. We throw all of the prizes that had been pledged into a pile, and I've got them here. So the very first prize is pretty impressive. Now, all names are in the hat. Okay, so what we're going to do,
Names in the hat.
there are 12 names in the hat, and don't go too fast because I now have to do this fancy thing here. We've got all names in the hat, and I need to make sure that I can see. Okay, so I am ready here doing all the producer stuff as well. I am very multi-talented. So, okay, we have got the first prize are some are they pros? Turbo Pros from Specialized. This is from one of our anonymous prize pledges. I reckon these things are worth a pretty penny.
Yeah, and this is the anonymous person who accidentally outed the other day on the first live stream, I believe. But anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't. So what we're going to do is, if I can do this really coolly, we're actually going to. Can I do this? Transition. Oh, hey! Now live. This is Alan Chapman. He has got a face for the radio. Alan, who is going to win that first prize? Draw it out.
Got my names in this lovely B2B casket.
You got a B. Can we have a look at that, please? Can we have a look at this B2B?
Alan, who is going to win from a couple of years ago?
Draw it out. Okay.
Okay, so the first person.
Are you keeping Are you recording this?
No.
Oh, you need to actually remember who wins this stuff so we can give it to them.
Okay, fair enough. I'll just lay it out in order. So
Okay.
the first prize.
Aaron Power. Phew. I'm lucky because that means he doesn't get the thing that he was after, that he donated. So Aaron Power. I actually have got those at my house. We'll have to tee up a time for you to drop over and pick it up. And in fact, maybe you could pop over, pick it up, and drop over the thing that you donated. That'd be a good thing. Okay, so let's transition over. Hey, here we go. Now, Paul Drop donated these. These are some Lecole medium bibniks. Now, they are brand new. Apparently, he's a size small, and he is happily donated these. I think these are a nice little prize as well, and worth a pretty penny. So let me just make sure that I can do the right transition, and the winner for this is. He's got the hat. He's got the hat.
Winner is
The winner.
Ben Peterson.
Ben Peterson. There you go. Ben Peterson. Gosh, he's a big unit. Do you reckon he fits medium?
Oh, look, he's got more chance of fitting into a medium than you and I have, mate.
I wear mediums. I still wear mediums. I do.
I'm assuming that Aidan has to use a lot of chamois cream and a crowbar to get you in them.
I'm going to move over to the next prize. Thank you very much. You are a funny man. Okay, so yeah, this is Aaron Power. Picked this up off the the caravan at the Tour Down Under. It is a Skoda shirt. So let's see the winner for this. Wait a sec, I'm transitioning over to you now, big fella. Okay.
Okay, so we have a winner,
We have a
and
winner,
the
and the
winner
winner
is
is
Chris Barndog Barnett.
Chris Barndog Barnett. That thing is going to swim on him. Chris, once Aaron drops it over to me, we'll organise for you to pick it up, mate. That will look nice with your pink mo. Okay, now here is a prize that I actually was doing a bit of cleaning and found this when I was doing some cleaning, and these are brand new Orica Green Edge kit. So we've got three things here that we're going to draw out now. These are size small, brand new, never been used. So we've got two small kits, and we've got one Orica cycling cap. So let's see. The first person for this one, the winner.
The winner is
Hey, Caitlin Rose!
Caitlin Rose.
She gets second overall in D grade. Well done, Caitlin. That is for you. You get mum and dad to drop over to my place and I can give that to you. Well done, well done. Okay, so the second prize, the second of this lot is the cycling cap, which is an Orica Green Edge cycling cap, and the winner for this one is drum roll.
Is Ben Braun.
Ben Braun. Ben likes a good cap.
Yeah, he's
He's
fucking
a,
with
he's
his
a
cap.
he is a cap wearer, isn't he? Yeah, it is. Okay, so now we have another small Orica Green Edge jersey, and the winner for this one is.
I have two there.
Oh, you've
For
got
that one,
two. Get it right, big fella.
Kyle Morrison.
Kyle Morrison. I don't think Kyle's going to fit a small jersey. He might be
Oh,
handing that back or trying to trade out.
he might be pledging it for the next
He
round.
could pledge it for the next round. You can do that, Kyle, mate. That is okay, but I don't know if you. But he might. Maybe he might. Okay, now our next prize are some Dutch cookies that I found these over when we were over in Holland last, and well, not this actual pack, but I found out you can get them in Australia. So I thought I'd throw them as an extra prize pledge. So Alan, who won the Dutch cookies?
Who won the Dutch cookies? That's going. David Rolston.
Dave Rolston, the winner of D grade overall. Now, Dave, if you haven't tried these before, mate, try them with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Is great. Now, the
I've
next
got to say,
prize.
I'm impressed the packet of biscuits to survive that long in my house, mate.
Well, it's actually not that actual packet. I did buy. I'm gonna have to buy another lot, but I've got Kim went shopping today. She's got 2 packs in there, so yeah.
And Ben's just posted on the live stream that he loves the cap.
Ben will love the cap.
Yep,
He does
he
love the
loves
cap. He's a cap man. On the podium, he's always got a cap. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen him not race without a cap. Okay, well, it's good to see someone's actually paying attention. Or maybe he was only staying on the stream until he worked out what he won, and then he's going to rack off. So, anyway, now, if any of you guys have not read David Walsh's book called The Seven Deadly Sins, this is a fantastic read. This is a near new book. You might see on the top right-hand corner it is a little bit dog-eared, but it is a new book. And I'm only giving this one away because I've actually got 2 of them, and this is the one that's in good condition. So this is another one of the prizes. And the winner for this one is drum roll. Leon Slattery. Leon Slattery. That is a good read, mate. I hope you enjoy that. Now, this next prize, the Gentleman of Cycling has donated this. This is a bottle of Penfold Grange. No, it's not. Everyone who knows what Penfold looks like knows it's not his. But apparently, this is Richard's favourite drop, and he is giving it away. Now, Rich he struggled today on in the race, and he's not going to be eligible for this. Have we? Caitlin Rose has already won something. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Everyone now is legal drinking age.
Everyone's legal drinking age. That is okay. So the winner of this nice bowl of plonk, thank you very much, Richard, is
Hayden Kirk.
Hayden Kirk. Hayden, he got married. It might be his wedding anniversary coming up soon. You might be able to have that. Yeah. Okay. Now, I've got the next prize, but I'm wondering if I should show the prize first or if we should draw it first. I think we should draw it, or do you think we should show it?
Yeah, well, let's draw it
Let's
first
draw it
then.
because I don't want anyone to see what this is. This was donated by one of our anonymous people who did get outed, and this is the novelty prize.
And it's going to
Please don't be dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. The series winner gets a novelty bell. Oh, Dan Sullivan. I'm so sorry. Oh, talk. I need to cover my laughter.
What I want to do now is the next race we have on Tuesday night. I want Dan to live stream and be ringing the bell as he goes over on first for A grade.
I think absolutely. Okay, Dan, I am so sorry, mate. I am sorry. Okay, so racing bicycles. I know this looks like a pretty crappy thing. Who donated this one?
Yeah, that was me,
Oh,
mate.
wasn't one of the rules that it couldn't be junk?
No, it's not junk. It's not a bad read, actually. It's a bit of a history of all the Grand Tours, all the monuments, all the classics, evolution of bikes. So, yeah, it's a reasonably good read.
Okay, mate. Well, thank you very much for donating that. So, who's going to win it?
And the winner will be Brett Lampkin.
Brett Lampkin. Now, I'm sure Brett Lampkin is a man of history. I'm sure he will be happy to get that. Well done, Brett. We love those guns, big fella. Okay, well, Alan, you'll be happy to know that I think that you just drew out the last name. Is there anything left in that hat?
Yeah, there's one more name, mate.
What?
No, there isn't.
You are an absolute plonker. I was sitting there crapping myself thinking there can't be any more names.
No.
Okay, you've got it. Okay, rightio. That's good. Well, mate, thanks very much. You can stay talking, but I'm going to get rid of the audio of the visual of you, so you are gone.
That's a good thing for everyone, I think.
Yeah, I know. I know. I think people are starting to pour whiskey right now. Okay, so that was the Super Series. We are now obviously, I think we're supposed to start off as Summer Series, but we sort of started calling it Super Series. There's probably a typo in Alan's notes from one of our meetings, I guess. So the next one is going to be the HVR Autumn Series, but this week we will be doing the Gauntlet series where we're going up against Port Macquarie, so there will be no point score or anything like that. This will be starting the week after next, okay? So the only two races that we are going to be running that really count are for Tuesday night and Sunday night, okay? But the next lot will be HVR Autumn Series. Now, we need to have, in order to be able to have a bit of fun and do what we've just done now, we need to have 12 prizes per series, okay? So we really need for people to do to put something up there, and it could be anything. It could be a CO2 canister or a couple of CO2 canisters. It could be some tubes, a tin of beetroot, anything. I really don't care. The only thing, it needs to be in new or excellent condition. Okay, that's the main thing. We don't want to be going out giving some rubbish. Now, we did have a couple of prizes now that we had more than 12 this time. So this one here was donated by Dan King, and so there's some SIS gels. I think they're lemon and lime, and then you can see there in the middle, that's one of the chain catches that you can have when you are cleaning your bike. So that'll be some of the prizes for the next round, but we still need more. Okay, we've also got this one here, which is some bar tape. I think Barndog gave us this one. I hope I'm right off the top of my head, but also there's a jet black bidon holder there as well. So we will need more prizes pledged. So please put your name up and put something. It really doesn't have. You see, there was a packet of biscuits that got there. Jesus, a novelty bell that was won by. I bet you, has Dan Sullivan said anything on that?
No, Dan's not put anything, but Chris Barnett has suggested that when Tuesday Hill starts up again, that Dan should be rocking the bell.
I think Dan should rock the bell. I think that's right. I think he should. I think that's a good call, Chris. Well done, mate.
It'll be safe. He'll avoid the fines from New South Wales Police for having a bell on his bike. I think Dan should rock the bell.
Absolutely, and it might hold him back a little bit, so all the other guys can keep up with him on those hill sprints.
Yeah, quite possibly because
Okay.
he's strong as an ox up.
That guy is very strong. However, Jonathan Farley is stronger. But Jonathan
Yeah.
Farley doesn't have Strava. And
Well,
so Dan's got the KOMs, I think. I think he's got the KOMs, and Jonathan Farley needs to get on Strava. I think he'd be taking out all the KOMs around here. Anyway, enough of that for now. As we said before at the beginning of the broadcast, if you can subscribe and like our videos, broadcast, whatever the hell we put up there, if we can get to 1,000 people, which I really don't think we can, but if we do, we can actually change our YouTube channel to be youtube.com/HVR, which is going to be a hell of a lot easier for everyone to remember rather than trying to find the streams every single time we have it. It's a nightmare. We're still learning about this, but anyway. So, big reminder: Tuesday night, April 21st. This is of piggybacking onto the Spring Loaded series. It is the first race against Port Macquarie Cycle Club. We need as many of you guys there, so please get in and enter now. I have been asking people to put their hands up to allow us to profile them. If you're not in the race, we won't be profiling, but we're going to have a rider from each club. So HVR, we're calling ourselves a club, even though we're not associated with any of the Hunter clubs. We're just Hunter Virtual Racing. But we will have four guys from HVR and four guys, guys or girls. When I say guys, I'm being gender. What's that word, gender?
gender neutral.
I'm trying to be gender neutral. I'm not being gender specific. And guys, okay, you got the point. So we will have four Port Macquarie, four HVR riders that we will profile. Okay, so get in there. We want to win this. This is the first one we want to win. Okay, mate. That brings us to the end of the broadcast. Got anything to say, Alan?
No, look, I suppose the only thing I'd add is that it's yes. I mean, as Pete said a couple of times, we're volunteers. We're doing this in our own time, and it is a reasonable amount of work. But what's made it fun for all of us is the amount of people that have just taken this up and run with it, and everyone who's participated in such good spirits, and they've put up with some of the mistakes we've made. So look, thank you to everyone that's taken part, and look forward to seeing you on Twitter.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Well, that's the end of the stream. We will see you on Tuesday night. Now, Alan, are we gonna stream Tuesday night? I think we are, aren't we?
I think we're going to have to.
Yeah, I think we're
But I
gonna have
think I
to.
think what we should try and do is maybe get Melinda from Port Macquarie, if she's not racing, or someone from Port Macquarie, to kind of give us a little bit of
Insight into some of their
even the
riders.
broadcast out a little bit, and not make it so HVR specific.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it being HVR specific. There's allowed to be trash talk, and sledging is okay with
Yeah, but
this.
you need two parties for that.
Yeah, that is
And
true. But you and I do all right against each other. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually try and have a pre-race show that goes maybe half an hour beforehand. And I'd love to. I think you got a great idea there. I think we need to have a chat to Mel, and I think that we can maybe profile. We're going to do those profile riders, but I was thinking it might be good to interview a rider as well, and maybe have a bit more of a detailed look at some riders. Like, for God's sake, if Lockie Morton is going to be there, wouldn't it be great to interview him? If he's happy to
wouldn't
have a
it be
chat.
great for Dan Sullivan to smash it?
Well, that's right. Dan's going to need a heart rate monitor. Dan,
I've seen a lot of pro riders been moaning that they can't even make top 10 on the Zwift race at the moment. So I think it's your time, Dan. This could be the biggest scalp you ever take.
it could absolutely. And then next time we have a rider profile and we say who's your biggest scalp, you're not going to be saying Nick Haddon. You're going to be saying Lachlan
Oh,
Morton.
oh no, let's be fair. Everyone's biggest scalp's Haddon.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, I haven't beaten him yet.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to. I think Haddo's quite safe for a while.
Oh, thank you for a while. So you think there might be a hope? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
maybe if he suffers a serious injury.
Or blows pulls a foot in the sprint. Actually, no, I would have already been dropped by then. Rightio, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, like we said before, subscribe, click like, do all that sort of stuff, and have a great week this week. All right, take care, and we will see you Tuesday night. See you later.
See you Tuesday, guys. Bye.